The Industrial Revolution has been a disaster for the human race.
Oil poured into the Sound at the rate of 20,000 gallons an hour.
The Montana Electric Company sprays cancer-causing herbicides without any warnings to the public. I cried about what was happening to the country. Desecration.
Theodore John Kaczynski, known as the Unabomber, was a domestic terrorist whose activities spanned nearly 2 decades from 1978 to 1995. Born on May 22, 1942 in Chicago, Illinois, Kaczynski was a prodigious student, excelling in academics from a young age. He skipped 2 grades and entered Harvard University at the age of 16. There he studied mathematics and graduated with a degree in 1962. He continued his education at the University of Michigan, earning a PhD in mathematics in 1967. His dissertation, Boundary Functions, was so complex that even his professors had difficulty understanding it. Kaczynski's promising academic career took a turn when he abruptly resigned from his position as an assistant professor at the University of California, Berkeley, in 1969. Seeking solitude and a simpler life, he moved to a remote cabin in Lincoln, Montana in 1971. There, he lived without electricity or running water, attempting to be self-sufficient while nurturing a growing discontent with modern industrial society. His cabin measured just 10 by 12 feet and was built by Kaczynski himself. He grew his own food and hunted game, living a life of extreme isolation. In 1978, Kaczynski began his campaign of terror, targeting individuals associated with modern technology and industrial development. He sent homemade bombs to universities, airlines, and various other targets, leading to his moniker, the Unabomber, University and Airline Bomber. Timeline of Unabomber devices, May 25, 1978. A passerby found a package, addressed and stamped, in a parking lot at the University of Illinois Chicago Circle campus. The package was returned to the person listed on the return address, Northwestern University professor Buckley Christ, Jr. He did not recognize the package and called campus security. The package exploded upon opening and injured the security officer. This marked the beginning of Kaczynski's violent campaign. May 9, 1979. A graduate student at Northwestern University is injured when he opened a box that looked like a present. It had been left in a room used by graduate students. The bomb was cleverly disguised, showing Kaczynski's increasing sophistication in bomb making. November 15, 1979, American Airlines Flight 444 flying from Chicago to Washington, D.C. fills with smoke after a bomb detonates in the luggage compartment. The plane lands safely since the bomb did not work as intended. Several passengers suffer from smoke inhalation. This incident led to the FBI's involvement in the creation of the Unabomber Task Force. June 10, 1980. United Airlines President Percy Woods is injured when he opened a package holding a bomb encased in a book called Ice Brothers by Sloan Wilson. The bomb was designed to detonate upon opening, showing Kaczynski's meticulous planning. October 8, 1981. A bomb wrapped in brown paper and tied with string is discovered in the hallway of a building at the University of Utah in Salt Lake City. The bomb is safely detonated without causing injury. This incident demonstrated Kaczynski's ability to place bombs in public spaces without detection. May 5, 1982. A bomb sent to the head of the computer science department at Vanderbilt University injures his secretary after she opened it in his office. The bomb was disguised as a business communication, highlighting Kaczynski's deceptive tactics. July 2, 1982, a package bomb left in the break room of Corey Hall at the University of California, Berkeley, explodes and injures an engineering professor. This was the first of 2 attacks on Corey Hall, indicating Kaczynski's specific targeting of technological institutions. May 15, 1985. Another bomb in Corey Hall at the University of California. Berkeley injures an engineering student. The bomb was hidden in a 3-ring binder, showing Kaczynski's evolving methods of concealment. June 13, 1985. A suspicious package sent to Boeing Fabrication Division in Washington is safely detonated, but most of the forensic evidence was lost. This incident showed Kaczynski's ability to target large corporations involved in technological advancements. November 15, 1985. A University of Michigan psychology professor and his assistant are injured when they opened a package containing a 3-ring binder that had a bomb. The bomber included a letter asking the professor to review a student's master thesis. This attack demonstrated Kaczynski's use of academic settings to deliver his bombs. December 11, 1985. A bomb left in the parking lot of a Sacramento computer store kills the store's owner. This was Kaczynski's first fatal attack, marking a deadly escalation in his campaign. February 20th, 1987. Another bomb left in the parking lot of a Salt Lake City computer store severely injures the son of the store's owner. A store employee sees the man leave the bomb, and that witness account helped a sketch artist create the composite sketch. This sketch became a crucial piece of evidence in the investigation. June 22, 1993. A geneticist at the University of California is injured after opening a package that exploded in his kitchen. This attack showed Kaczynski's continued focus on individuals involved in scientific research. June 24, 1993. A prominent computer scientist from Yale University lost several fingers to a mailed bomb. This incident highlighted Kaczynski's targeting of prominent figures in the tech industry. December 19, 1994. An advertising executive is killed by a package bomb sent to his New Jersey home. This attack demonstrated Kaczynski's ability to reach targets across the country. April 24, 1995. A mailed bomb kills the president of the California Forestry Association in his Sacramento office. His bombs killed 3 people and injured 23 others over the years. This was Kaczynski's final attack before his manifesto was published. Kaczynski's manifesto, titled Industrial Society and Its Future, was a 35,000-word document criticizing the consequences of industrialization and advocating for a return to a more primitive, agrarian lifestyle. In 1995, he demanded that major newspapers publish his manifesto, promising to cease his bombing campaign if they complied. The Washington Post and the New York Times published it, leading to a breakthrough in the investigation. The manifesto outlined Kaczynski's belief that technology was eroding human freedom and dignity. Kaczynski's brother, David Kaczynski, recognized the writing style and ideas in the manifesto and alerted the authorities. This tip led to Theodore Kaczynski's arrest on April 3, 1996, at his Montana cabin. He was found with bomb-making materials and detailed journals of his activities. The arrest was the result of a massive manhunt involving the FBI and other law enforcement agencies. In 1998, Kaczynski avoided the death penalty by pleading guilty to all charges. Kaczynski, maintaining that he was sane, tried and failed to dismiss his court-appointed lawyers because they wished him to plead insanity to avoid the death penalty. He pleaded guilty to all charges in 1998 and was sentenced to 8 consecutive life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. In June 2023, Kaczynski died by suicide in prison. He was incarcerated at the Supermax prison in Florence, Colorado. His case remains one of the most infamous examples of domestic terrorism in U.S. history. Ted Kaczynski had an IQ of 165, making him exceptionally gifted. Some argue his mind was his devolution into isolation and destruction. Kaczynski's life story is a complex and cautionary tale about the potential consequences of radical ideologies and the devastating impact of domestic terrorism. His actions have sparked ongoing debates about the balance between technological progress and its impact on society.
Can I ask you one question?
Anything.
Since you've been so helpful walking me through what evidence the FBI has, I was hoping you might confirm for me something I've suspected for a long time but could never get a straight answer to. But it seems to me that there is no forensic evidence whatsoever tying me to these heinous crimes besides what you found in my cabin.
There really is so much evidence of every type.
Imagine if you could throw out all that evidence. There'd be nothing left, right? Because it's all here on the table. You just laid it all out in front of me.
Yeah.
James, do you really not have any idea why I brought you here? Huh. This is your search warrant. It's based on your linguistic analysis. This is what got you into my cabin, and the prosecution's entire case rests on this one document, your document.
No, what's he doing?
So I thought we could discuss something I learned about only recently called fruit of the poisonous tree. That's the option that you're neglecting to mention, the option where I get all this evidence thrown out and I walk away a free man. The only evidence connecting me to the Unabomber attacks was found inside my cabin. The only reason the FBI was legally allowed to search my cabin was because of your search warrant. But if that search warrant was issued on false pretenses or based on arguments that fail to meet the burden of proof, well then all the evidence found at that location is deemed fruit of the poisonous tree. It's tainted, it's inadmissible, it's gotta be thrown out. So if the search warrant goes, then all their mountains of evidence simply